This is Brandon from 9B Plus. Want to give you a quick overview of PDF X-Ray. PDF X-Ray is a combination of a bunch of open source tools and custom code to do static and dynamic analysis of PDF files. What makes this tool different from all the other ones is that it doesn't look at the file independently. It looks at the file compared to thousands of other malicious documents. So when you upload a document, what you're presented with is a whole bunch of information at the top level. So obviously this isn't the full PDF. This is the information that, at a quick glance we can get an idea of whether or not it's malicious. In this case, this has already been flagged as malicious in our database, but assume for a moment it's not. We have a whole bunch of pieces of information to help us determine whether or not it is. So we have the full sample, which gives us every object available with a bunch of information in it. We'll go to that in a few minutes. So one of the cool features about PDF X-Ray is it allows you to share these reports out with other people in the community. Oftentimes in the malware analysis community, sharing doesn't seem to happen. You have commercial entities trying to make money and other people just trying to covet their samples. What this tool does is it doesn't require you to no longer share your sample directly with hundreds of people. Instead, you share it to this tool and you get a representation of it that you can start to give out to other people and they can use to help make decisions. One of the other cool things about this tool is that you have an image sample. So it tries to generate a picture of the first page of the PDF. Oftentimes malicious documents will have blank pages or garbage values that helps you determine whether or not malicious. This is great for when at a first glance looking to see what a file is doing. So beyond that we have general data. The general data contains hash, PDF header, file size, and so on. I think one of the best features of PDF X-Ray is the related malware module, in that it's capable of taking every object within your uploaded PDF and comparing it against thousands and thousands of malicious objects, and it looks not just for content but for the structural similarities between those two objects. So while the content may differ a bit, the general structure could be the same, and therefore we'll let you know about that. It's great for if a file, your uploaded sample is reusing a payload or is using something that's been used similarly before. We can help you find those sort of things. Even if there's nothing else suspicious about it, there may be something related to a piece of malware. So below that we have scan data. We try to pull in scan data from various different sources when we're able to, and then display them to you. In this case this file has none, but if it did it would show up in red and let you know that there's something going on. So two things that get boiled up to the top from this PDF. We have suspicious objects and large objects. Suspicious objects include anything with potential vulnerabilities, JavaScript, open actions, anything that have been used in past exploitation or just kind of suspicious activity. And then below that's large objects. So when doing our research we were able to find that PDFs, when they are malicious, often have a large object that will contain either the shellcode, more obfuscated JavaScript, or something to help facilitate that exploitation. So we try to boil those up to the surface as well. So what you'll see if you click on an object is an expansion where it will give you the raw data, the suspicious events of why it's there. In this case, this object's an open action. If we click on more data, we can see the raw data hash, whether or not it was encrypted, and the references. The cool part is that we try to funnel things up even further to the top by giving you this general information, the object ID, the offset, the amount of bytes it is, and then whether or not it contains JavaScript and vulnerabilities. So if we take a look at object 5, you can see here that we have this stream that has JavaScript with a potential get anodes vulnerability. So from here we can get more information. We can execute the JavaScript in a JS Fiddle sandbox, which is quite nice. If you want to start doing and playing around with this JavaScript to see what it's doing. And I think one of the other great features is that if you're logged in, you can start to rate these streams as to whether or not they're malicious, and then over time the community will help decide if a file is malicious or not. So if we go to the full report, we're going to see all the objects associated with this file, some additional information, file versions, the different named functions that are used in the accounts. General data is going to show like closing objects, opening streams, etc. And then, if you're actually trying to figure out the complete exploitation path of this file, you can go through the other objects, see the references to each other, and then finally make a decision as to whether or not this is malicious. PDF X-Ray has a rich API, allows you to submit files, get reports, get everything that you see in the web interface from a programmatic perspective. And the whole goal of this project is to help share this information and become kind of the de facto place to take your PDFs for a decision. So if there's any features, any APIs, anything that you want included in this project, just shoot us an email and let us know, and we'll see if we can't get it put into the build. And for more updates, any information or news regarding this, follow us at 9B Plus on Twitter or follow the blog. Thanks a lot.